Yo, what's up? Sampling has always been a core aspect of hip-hop. Whether it's chopping multiple sections of a soul sample or simply looping an 8-bar drum break, sampling allows artists to express new art and ideas while using their inspirations as literally the basis of their work. And sampling music from different regions of the world can help you discover new rhythms and sounds that you might not be used to. I think it's pretty interesting hearing how certain samples from certain parts of the world inspired different producers, like how RZA sampled Chinese kung fu movies, and Timbaland used Indian and Bollywood samples for lots of his early hits, or newer producers like Freddie Dredd that sampled Brazilian bossa nova songs, or JPEG Mafia who just samples everything he hears. These producers were able to define their style by looking out into the world to find their inspiration, which is what I plan on doing today. I'm going to spin this wheel with different regions of the world on it, find a sample, and flip it into something cool. And to help me find some dope samples, I'll be using Tracklib. Tracklib is the first and only online record store designed specifically for sampling, providing you with real songs to flip and chop from all over the world. This includes the works of famous industry legends like Bobby Caldwell and Isaac Hayes, and tons of hidden gems from all over the world updated weekly. With an ever-expanding catalog of over 100,000 songs to choose from, Tracklib has tons of music to flip, chop, and sample. Whether you're using their filter search to find songs in specific keys or genres, or digging through collections inspired by your favorite producers, Tracklib's got you covered. Tracklib also comes with a built-in loop and beat feature to help you jog some ideas on how you can flip your samples. And you can even pair your samples with sounds, Tracklib's exclusive library of loops and one-shots made by professional industry producers. And if you find a sample and make a song with it, you can clear the sample on the website. It's a fast and easy process that I use for my own songs. The average sample clearing process is pretty time-consuming and very expensive, costing thousands of dollars on average. But with Tracklib's subscription, you can clear as many samples as you want for no additional costs. And Tracklib now has a desktop app, giving you access to Tracklib's entire catalog in a faster, more streamlined way. You can download samples straight off the app and simply drag and drop it into your DAW. If you want to try out Tracklib, you can use my link in the description and you get a free trial subscription and 100 download credits so you can get into crate digging right away. Huge thanks to Tracklib for sponsoring this video. First, beat. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see where we land. Good old North America. North America has tons of music history. Rock and roll, hip-hop, country, there's lots to choose from. So in Tracklib, I went to All Songs, changed the region filter to North America, and pressed Shuffle. And after some time searching through some songs, I landed on this. I love ambient music, and I think this track has so many cool moments that could be perfect to chop. I started off with the sample and I just chopped a few of my favorite parts out of it, just the parts where the chords really shine through. I didn't even bother putting it on beat with the metronome because the ambient song doesn't really have a set tempo. But I also had to repeat some sections of it so it would fit better on the beat. I added a bunch of effects like a limiter, an EQ, and 2 reverbs and a stereo shaper to space it out. I also added this gross beat gate effect and have it automated throughout the song. It just gives the sample a little bit of a cooler rhythm as the song progresses. Next, I added this effect that had this really cool melody in it. I just stretched the sample to the beat and then chopped it up so it can act as a counter melody. Next, I worked on the drums, and I felt that some 2016 plug-style drums would work perfectly with this sample. Something like some old-school Playboi Carti style sounds. I really miss that SoundCloud era. It's a pretty simple pattern: hi-hats, a clap, and a snare, and one of those thumpy 808s. Lastly, I added a few effects for transitions. And here's the beat. Let's spin this one last time. Let's see where it lands. We're heading over to Southern Europe. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've actually sampled quite a bit of music from Southern European artists. And based off of what I've heard, there's lots of really interesting soul and funk records coming out of that area. And for my track, I'm sampling something with a ton of soul in it. I found this cool synth pop record, and I just love its vibe. I really love the groove on this record. I think I can make an 80s inspired West Coast rhythm track with it. I'm definitely gonna go for a Kendrick Lamar GNX type of vibe for this beat. So I took the sample, pitched it down 200 cents, chopped some sections I liked, and then used FL's built-in stem extractor so I can just get the bass in the main keys. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of clarity from the sample by extracting the melodies like that, like all of the highs were mixed into the drums, so it does sound kind of crappy. But that's okay, we can work with this. I added a little bit of bit crusher, a bandpass EQ, vintage chorus, a limiter for peak reduction, and a small delay. I also found this dope guitar solo in the sample, and I'm definitely going to use that later. Next, I'm adding a few melodies to layer on top of the sample, like this string sound from Flex, and this lead melody that I'm playing on Surge. And next I'm going to layer these synth basses that I'm playing on Sour and Flex. I put a pretty hard high pass filter on it and some stereo shaper on them. Now lastly, let's get into the drums. I'm going for that simple West Coast bounce, definitely DJ Mustard inspired. And lastly, I'm using the incredible Spins 808. I added some transition sounds like these risers and cymbals. And I also used this drum loop that I made years ago. It was also West Coast inspired, and I think it worked good for some drum fills. And if you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I know I've been gone for a little bit, my laptop died on me, so I've been trying to get everything moved over from there onto my desktop now. I did lose a few songs I was working on, but that's okay. I've got a lot of new music in the tuck, and I'm so excited to show you guys very soon. If you like this kind of content, please like the video, and if you really like what I do, consider checking out my Patreon. I have all of the FLPs and the songs listed on there, and you get my videos early. That's pretty much it. Here's the final beat. Enjoy.